Now, after launching the long-awaited counter-offensive against Russia last week, the Ukrainian troops claim to have advanced a total of 6.5 kilometers and have taken control of an area of 90 square kilometers of the total area that was occupied by Russia near the Zaporizhzhia region. The reclaimed region is just a fraction of the 40,000 square miles that remains under Russia's occupation. Kyiv says its troops have recaptured 7 villages. Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister informed that forces have retaken some areas of southeast of the city of Zaporizhzhia. Moscow is yet to officially acknowledge any Ukrainian advances, but reports claiming Russian Defense Ministry sources say that its forces have repelled attempted offensives in the Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia region. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that fighting in a long-awaited offensive against Russian forces was tough for Ukraine. He said that despite rain and fierce fighting, his forces were making progress on the battlefield and inflicting necessary losses.
The battles are fierce, but our movement is underway, and that is crucial. The enemy's losses are exactly what we need. Although the weather these days is unfavorable and the rains complicate our task, nevertheless, the strength of our soldiers yields results. And I am grateful to each and everyone who is currently in combat, to everyone who supports our combat brigades in their respective directions.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met the Italian foreign minister at the State Department to discuss the ongoing conditions of the Ukraine-Russia war. In his meeting, he said that he is hopeful Ukraine will find success with its counteroffensive.
Ukraine's success in the counteroffensive would do two things. It would strengthen its position at any negotiating table that emerges, and it may have the effect as well of actually causing Putin to finally focus on negotiating an end to the war that he started. And in that sense, it can actually bring peace closer, not put it further away.
Russian President Vladimir Putin visited the Russian Central Military Hospital near Moscow on Monday. He handed out awards to the soldiers who are said to have been wounded in Ukraine. The chief of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, will be visiting Kyiv to meet Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky before heading to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The visit comes after IAEA's warning that the dam disaster, it is complicated and already precarious nuclear safety and security situation at the plant. Now, the United States and other Western countries are reportedly growing increasingly anxious over Ukraine's failures in the war, with questions now being raised over the efficacy of the army's actions and aid given to the Kyiv regime during this conflict. 15 months have elapsed since the onset of Russia's military operations in Ukraine. According to reports, US and some European allies urgently need positive progress to convince their domestic public and political forces to continue pouring in military and financial assistance to Ukraine. Ex-Slovakian Prime Minister has warned that Europe's stockpile has been depleting. He said that as arms warehouses across Europe have been emptied, it will take 5 to 10 years to replenish them. Ukraine claims that it is making small gains in its counteroffensive in the Donetsk region, recapturing 7 villages. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has refused to divulge the details of the operations, while Russian President Vladimir Putin said this week Kyiv's offensive had already begun but was already failing. Claiming that Ukrainian troops are suffering heavy losses and casualties. Marking Russia's National Day, he appealed to the people to unite in support of the heroes taking part in the special military operations against Ukraine.
Сегодня, в непростое для России время, они еще больше, крепче объединяют наше общество, служат надежной опорой нашим героям, участникам специальной военной операции. Патриотизм, ответственность за судьбу отчизны завещаны нам предками, которые достигли поистине грандиозных трудовых и ратных побед.
With the war now in its 16th month, the big question is the Ukraine counteroffensive actually succeeding?
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.